Ontario Premier adamant he doesn't want Canada-U.S. border to open.
Here's a summary of the article.
Toronto, Premier Doug Ford says he's adamant he doesn't want the border with the United States to reopen and has also urged people from other provinces in Canada to stay away from Ontario. Speaking to reporters at Queen's Park on Friday, Ford said the topic of the Canada-U.S. border came up on a call on Thursday with the country's premiers and Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. I was adamant on the call yesterday with the premiers and the Prime Minister, I do not want those borders open, Ford said. I know Quebec felt the same way and BC felt the exact same way. I can't speak for the other provinces but right now, I don't want the borders open. In April, Ford fired back at United States President Donald Trump after he suggested loosening restrictions at the border. Ontario shares a border with Minnesota, Michigan and New York, which is the hardest-hit area in the country. Travel restrictions across the Canada-U.S. border took effect on March 21.
This post received a score of 23,000, with an upvote ratio of 94%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Ford is sounding like Trudeau's anger translator.
Can we get the opposite of that for Trump? Or maybe an English to English translator, because I can't tell what the hell he's trying to say half the time.
It's not worth translating, don't worry.
Greater than, I have broken more Elton John records. He seems to have a lot of records. And by the way, I don't have a musical instrument. I don't have a guitar or an organ. No organ. Elton has an organ. And lots of other people helping. No, we've broken a lot of records. We've broken virtually every record. Because look, I only need this space. They need much more room. For basketball, for hockey and all of the sports, they need a lot of room. We don't need it. We have people in that space. So we break all of these records. Really, we do it without, the musical instruments.
Was that real life? What the fuck?
Greater than was that real life? What the fuck? Oh yeah.
What the fuick?
The best words, remember?
Person who hears Trump say stupid. No, that can't be real, can it? Reality every time. Grimace.
For those of you outside Canada, U.S., Ontario is a province in Canada, and shares a border with 5 U.S. states.
5 states in the most hard-hit region of the U.S. Something like 1/3 of all cases are there.
And yet something like 80% of the busiest commercial crossings are in Ontario, so Michigan and NY State are maybe still important. Michigan crossing at Rainbow is the busiest in NA.
Rainbow Bridge actually crosses from Niagara Falls into Buffalo, New York. The Ambassador Bridge that crosses from Windsor to Detroit is the busiest one in NA, about 25% of all merchandise trade.
Considering that when he was voted in as premier we all kinda compared him to Trump, I gotta say, I have been very surprised in a good way at how he and his government have been handling COVID-19 in Ontario.
If he can keep smart past COVID, and undo all the dumb shit he did before COVID, I'll personally thank him, not like he'd fucking respond though lol I'm nobody.
I mean, his license plates idea is now dead.
Yeah, that was a rather stupid idea emo.
Not just your opinion. But they'll basically be collector's items eventually.
I'm just holding on to mine cause it was my first ever plate. Dunno what I'm gonna do with it though.
Sell it on Kijiji in 30 years. There's less than 30k of them IRC and they might be worth something to a collector.
Whoa, really, I didn't realize it was that few. It's my first ever car and first plates, guess I got lucky. I'll put it in a nice UV-proof frame till the time comes I guess. Once I can get the regular plates, no announced replacement plan yet to my knowledge.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.